Hello, Anne. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate you taking the time to tell me about your experience of working together.
You're so welcome. I'm happy to do it.
Yay. Thank you. Okay. First of all, let us talk about where you were when we first connected, where you were with your business, and kind of how life was at that time.
Sure. So when we first connected, I had just finished getting credentialed personally with different insurance companies. And so I knew that my business model was going to be changing. So I was just, one, ready for a change, and two, looking to see what that would look like. What is this going to look like? How am I going to do this? Do I want to keep doing everything that we're doing? Trying to get a feel for the change.
Yeah. And at that time, I mean, you were plenty busy, right? I remember when we first connected, you were already high volume, seeing lots of families, kind of booked out for a little bit. So it wasn't that getting leads was an issue, but I remember it was quite hectic. The case?
Yes, very much so. So yeah, I was working 5 to 6 days a week. I purposely gave myself Sundays off. Like, I scheduled to have Sundays off. Yeah. Not every week was that way, but several weeks a month I was booked 5 to 6 days. I was working and seeing moms. So
yeah, and that's so much of that, what I refer to as a broken business model, where it gets to be such high volume where you're seeing families back to back to hit your revenue goal. When we connected, were there any initial hesitations? I know we were going back and forth for a minute, or some of maybe the trepidations that you had before signing on the dotted line to invest in a business coach.
I remember absolutely the day that I reached out to you. It was a day that I had just seen one of your Instagram posts, and it was about your business model and your concierge level services. And I was like, God, that's a really good thought. Because in my mind, I provide the same care to all of my patients, regardless of the type of insurance that they have. They all get the same care. They all have access to me. I'm going to give them everything during our time together. Yeah. So it's nothing insurance based the way that I practice. And I had one specific patient who I had told, a prenatal patient, I had told, if you're having problems in the hospital, absolutely call me. I will come up there and I will help you latch that baby. And she called. And so I went up, I helped latch the baby. And as I was walking out, I was like, this is concierge level services. This is what I want to do. This is everything. It was meant to be. Everything just lined up perfectly where I'm like, okay, how this is supposed to be. And this is the avenue that my practice is supposed to go.
Yeah. And how has your business changed in the last 90 days since working together, going from that very busy lactation consultant, even going before above and beyond? But what does it look like for you now in terms of your life and balance and client load?
So I'm still busy, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
But it's a different level of busy. It's more manageable. And I would say I'm more in control, where I felt like before I was working for what the insurance companies were going to reimburse me at, where they were the ones that dictated it. This is what you're going to get. And now I feel like I've taken that control back, and I'm able to design my packages so that, yes, insurance is paying a significant portion of it, but there's also a little bit extra in there to cover that gap of what they weren't. So having that aspect has been huge, just to be able to have that say, and then just be able to kind of work my schedule, like build my schedule how I want to around my family. I'm moving my daughter back to college next weekend. And to be able to do that, it's like, okay, that requires some time, and you have to do some planning and all the packing. Yeah. So just to be able to do that instead of having my schedule run my life, I'm able to now take control back.
And what you just described reminds me so much of how I felt like before, when I was doing the traditional model, I was an employee of my own business. Where now, when you said you have that control and you can really dictate your schedule and work your business around what is important to you, it really does feel more like a CEO role, right?
It does,
CEO.
yes.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a business, and you said the business isn't running me. It's like, this is my business, and it is carved out to what I want it to be.
Yay! I'm curious what you found the most helpful working together. Was there any particular tools that stood out, or what did the structure of the program, highlights of the program that made the biggest impact on you?
So I will say our first little discovery call that we did, I was just genuinely impressed with you in general. So you were not salesy at all. You were just trying to get to know me. You were trying to like what hardships I had, like where you could fit in your business model, how it could work. And then you just kind of said, this is what I do. This is what I offer. And this is what I see that it could look like for you. And I was immediately like, okay, because you never know. Like when you meet people on the internet, You never know. Certain people, it's always a little hesitant, but no, right off the bat, I was like, okay, you are very genuine. You actually care and you are taking the time to help other people. When we did our one-on-one call, that was enlightening. So that truly spoke volumes to me, just how your website sells for you. So you really shouldn't do all the heavy work. Your website should do it for you. And it is so, and then how you tailored things. So we want, like, everybody does certain bottle types, flange fitting. And it's not necessarily about the services that you offer, it's how you make the mom feel, what you're offering besides those every single day, every lactation consultant provides. So that's huge for me. And then I loved our cohort meetings, the bi-weekly meetings. Gosh, just watching everybody else going through the same thing. It was like, I'm not alone. Okay, everyone else is struggling with this too. Okay, I have this. So just hearing everyone else's hardships and their wins. Every time after every single one of our meetings, I was like, okay, I'm motivated every week. I felt ready to get out there and just tackle it. So.
And you are such a special addition to that, because in some ways you were really beyond where a lot of the newer, younger lactation consultants were starting with their business. So it was really fun to kind of see you in the role as an expert, especially with the social media and posting and how to handle things, and almost an air of confidence that isn't necessarily there with every single coachee on the call. So it was really nice for me to have such a seasoned lactation consultant and nurse in the program as well. So I appreciate you for that. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It was lovely. And I'm such a visual learner where I have to, okay, this is what it's going to look like. And you gave that to us, which was so nice. So having all the templates, having everything laid out. So all we had to do was literally copy and paste. And then you taught us how to utilize it. It was so helpful. Newsletters, like, I never would have even thought about doing a newsletter. As a nurse and as a lactation consultant, we aren't taught business one-on-ones. Like, nobody teaches us that. That's a whole different education. So to have you kind of sit us down and help us, okay, your people need this. This is really going to benefit them and it's going to benefit you. It was just enlightening.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think with there's a really high correlation sometimes. I mean, I'm speaking for myself with entrepreneurs and ADHD. And I think that there's something so nice of what you cut and paste, like turnkey. Like, guys, you don't have to figure this out, recreate the wheel. You can just do what I've done. It's been a proven track record. And I also have gone through all the failures as well to make it just easier for you. So that's great. And you certainly don't have to share numbers, but any revenue breakthroughs or record months, or even maybe just making more, seeing less families? Have you done any tracking in terms of just what your growth has looked from a financial side of it?
Absolutely. And yes, I have been quite pleased with the numbers. I can tell you that it was a couple weeks after I had signed up for everything, I sold my first package. And then within that month, honestly, I had already made back the money that I invested for your coaching program. So it was very, very quick turnaround. I've had my two best months, May and July. Absolutely best months of being in private practice, which I've been in private practice now for 2 years. And I've had 2 months that were just phenomenal, that numbers that I never even thought I would see. Like, I never made that working at the hospital. I never made that working at the clinic, but now it's okay. This is obtainable and it's realistic. This can happen without me working 90-hour weeks.
Charging your worth, knowing your worth, being confident about that, and just breaking that just thought process that most lactation consultants are exhausted and broke, which I know I was for a very long time. So to hear that you did like record months is just, that's music to my ears. That's awesome. So
it's been
great.
Fabulous. I would say knowing the self-worth, that was another thing that you absolutely ingrained into my brain and everyone else's brain. You're worth it. It's okay to charge more. It's absolutely fine. This is your business. You run your business how you want. You're worth it. Your expertise, your knowledge, your years of experience. You absolutely can charge for that. And it took a while to get that in your head. It's just, you feel guilty. You're like, I just want to help everybody and I just want to do everything. And it's fine if they just want to pay me just a little bit. It's fine. But in the end, you're only hurting yourself. You're helping them, but you're hurting yourself because you're not earning your worth.
God, I hope everybody can hear that loud and clear. Okay, so last question. If someone was asking you about my coaching program and working together with me, would you advise for them to invest in me?
Of course, 100% invest. It is absolutely totally worth it. when I say life-changing, like people always say, it's been life-changing. No, it absolutely has been life-changing. You have taken my business where I was just like running along status quo, doing all the things, jumping through the hoops, and you've elevated it to such a different degree that I never even thought was possible. So it has been astounding just to be able to watch the growth and experience it. When I'm talking about it to my family, they're like, you made what? You have how many patients? So people are actually buying it. It's like, yes, they are.
You just made my heart so happy. Well, thank you, Ann, and thank you for taking the time to do this and trusting me with your business. And I can't wait to just keep cheering you on from the sidelines and see what you are going to do even in the future. So thanks.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you is not enough. I so appreciate you.
Thank you, Ann. But
absolutely, that would be fantastic. I got to tell you my numbers. I don't want to say it on recording, but so in May, I wrote it down. In May, I made. Keep in mind, the highest revenue I've ever had was a $10,000 a month. In May, I made $14,900. And in July, I have to finish adding in the rest of my numbers. But when I last looked for July, I was at $15,600.
Oh my God, your record month.
Right. And I'm not done adding it up yet. I have a couple more that I need to check off before I totally do the official tally. So I should be anywhere between 15 and 16 for July.
Is it fun to make money?
Literally, my husband was like, so what are you going to do with all that money? I don't know.
I don't know. Let me get my baby back to college and let me think about it. Yeah.
Right? I know. I don't know.
Yeah. And that's a big shift. I mean, that's real money.
Literally.
That's real money. And I'm telling you, you're just getting it. I mean, what's going to happen with you? What I just know it is you just evolve. And it took me a minute, but you evolved to just only selling top tier and really only booking out prenatally. And it takes a minute, it does, but I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen for you, where you can forecast the rest of your year and have all that money on the books. So you're
so awesome. I have one that has booked me already for December, a prenatal mom who has booked me for December, and another one who's interested and most likely will be booking for December. And then I have 3 already for October. I'm like, this is fantastic. Yeah. This is everything.
It takes you out of that jumping mode all the time.
It does.
Right?
Yes.
So you have like thousands of dollars on the books and okay, December, I'm going to have a visit a week, but you can kind of plan your life a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's awesome. I'm so
it's
happy.
It's just wonderful.
Yay! Well, I really, really am so appreciative that you trusted me. I know it is kind of why, I mean, I've done it so many times by now, to meet someone on the internet and to hand over a significant investment. And it means a lot to me. So thank you.
You are so welcome. Thank you. Life changing. I'm telling you.
All right. Don't forget, you have your coaching call whenever you need.
Sounds great.
Take care.
Love it. Thank you.